Hello YouTube. Well, I thought I'd do a little video of my drawing that I'm doing at the moment. The light's reflecting off the paper, so it's not as light as it is when it's down on this. But you can see I started to draw Ash from The Evil Dead. Quite a fun drawing to do, loads of details, lots of white highlights, especially in the nose where this is blood. But in black and white, obviously, it looks different. Look, it just looks like a bit of dirt. But it's got lots of white highlights there, white highlights across his forehead. Yeah, so I just thought I'd show you a few tips on how to draw. I will start by saying I don't think I'm an amazing drawer. I never have done. I don't even think I'm an artist. So, cool. So I thought I'd just show you a few tips. So I'm using a mechanical pencil. This is the only thing I've used all the way through this. I find that mechanical pencils, because they're quite sharp, they're very sharp. They go a lot darker than a normal pencil, you know, a lot darker. This is only a HB, and you know it is quite dark, you know. This camera's a bit close, to be fair. Right, let's push it back a bit. Sorry about that. So yeah, you can see it. This is layers upon layers upon layers of HB, and it goes very dark. Maybe some people would say, why don't you just use a dark pencil, less layers? But I kind of find it quite fun doing details and details and details, and then layering and layering and layering. I just find it fun. So it's my kind of way. Everyone's got their own way on how to draw, and you know there is no specific way. Same as tattooing. There's no specific way. It's up to you and what makes you feel comfortable. So what bit shall we do? It's a bit of a lengthy process, so I'm trying to look for something a bit quite speedy. So I'll tell you what, we'll work on this bit here. As you can see in the drawing and the actual picture, the photocopy is not the best. All right, so I go with what I can, and I've actually left my iPad at home. So what we're going to do this bit. So as you can see, it's quite dark here around this area. It's a little bit more darker, and then it goes to black. So we'll work on this area. So we'll start with the darks, and it is layering upon layering. So I use a HB mechanical pencil. Just give it a nice stroke. I can't draw and talk at the same time, so this video is kind of pointless, but you can see what I'm doing. Always look for details. You can see there's just underneath the eyelid. This bit's a little bit lighter, so remember that. You know, you always look at your picture. Always look at your picture. Like, I'm so bored of looking at his face now, but you know it is what it is. So you know where you see that little bit of detail, put a mark around it so you know where you're going. And then just concentrate on the bit that you were doing, and then come back to that bit. You know, as I said, it's a lengthy process, but it's definitely worth it at the end. Oh yeah, sorry, I know I sound a bit like a farmer. Yes, I'm from Bristol. So don't judge. So yeah, I'm using a cotton bud to smooth everything out. I've always used cotton buds. Cotton buds are they're very soft. I've actually got two cotton buds. One for the lighter tones, you know, there's nothing on there, you know. For the lighter bit, say this bit, it's very, very light. If I start doing it with this one, you know, it'll go very dark, and I don't want, actually, I do want this bit to go dark. So look, I'll use a dark cotton bud. It's got pencil on it already, but you can see, that's how dark it goes straight away. You know, that's just the bottom layer, you know, almost like painting a wall. If you're painting a wall, you need 2, 3 coats, sometimes 4, 5, depends what colour you're doing, you know. So yeah, let's keep on going with this bit. This is the first video I've ever done, so please excuse me if it's absolutely shit. There's a lot of details you can see in this bit. I really wish I had my iPad. It'd be a lot easier because you can see it, but you can see there's tiny little details underneath his eye. So always remember that, you know. So you don't have to do them now, but put a couple of blemishes there, here, there. I'm not the best at doing the face pimples yet. You know, the little pimples are all that go across your face. That's something I'm I will learn in the future. But to be fair, this has just got a wet look on his face. So just put a couple of bits there, just to start it off. That's just to start you off. Just a few dots. There's a lighter area there. I've been drawing 1.5 years now. 1.5 years from scratch, no art school, nothing. Just self-taught, watching videos on YouTube. And it is so time-consuming, but so beneficial at the same time. I love it. You'll notice I chop and change between parts that I'm doing all the time, because my concentration span on one place in any aspect of life is awful. So I get bored and I think, I want to do something else. So it's good. Then you could come back to it. So what we're doing a darker area here. This is layers and layers and layers and layers. See, just concentrate, because it's going, the face curves in. So obviously the darker areas around these sides, they've got to be dark. It doesn't take one hit and then it's black, because if you start doing it too hard, you'll get this horrible shine on it, which isn't the best. I've got a little bit of a shine on it because there's a light just above me. So, you can see, but you can see there's not much of a glare, unless the light's directly on it. Right, back to this bit. I've got 21 Pilots in the background, my favourite band at the moment. Just always looking at your picture, always. The cotton bud does a lot of work for me, does a lot of work, because it's already got a lot of pencil on it. So this is just doing the bottom layer, so you can see like the bottom layer is starting to come to life now, even just, and this is just literally just quick layer, and then we get the pencil out. As I've said, it doesn't matter, just making sure I'm recording. It doesn't matter how you draw, it's up to you. There's always ways. I bet some of you are watching this and thinking, no, that's completely wrong. But it's just my way. It's what I'm comfortable with. It's what I've learned how to do. Like when you do eyes, when you do eyes, like, people get mistake that the whitest part of the eye is the highlight. The white of the eye is not even white. It's the lightest shade that you can get. You can see, so it gives it a kind of like a marble effect. There's a little tip in there, This white, the lightest grey. Literally with the cotton bud, once over, that will give it that glaze. Same with teeth. Teeth are exactly the same. It's like a marble effect, So just quickly give it a glance over, then that's what gives it that effect, And that's something I've just learned from YouTube, It's nothing. It's not a big secret, It's just a fact. So you see people just they just leave the white of the eye and then put a highlight in the eye, and then the white and the highlight are exactly the same, So in fact, it's not a highlight. It's just you've just got a white bit in the eye. I love drawing eyes, so. I think anyone who loves to draw loves drawing eyes, because there's so many details. Anyway, I don't want to bore you too much, because I don't want to make it a real long video. But that is where I am at the moment with it. If I could get there, there's a good angle. There I am with it, Slowly getting there. I hope you enjoyed the tips. If you have any questions, just ask. But I thought I'd do a little video because it's a lot easier to show a video than just answer questions all the time. All right then, peace.